early age, I was exposed to music of Bach, and I think the first moment of real sense of forgetting myself and finally just swimming in somewhere in the ocean of the music, it was my experience of practicing music of Bach. Mm-hmm. And I realized that this music really demands that kind of trust, so you have to completely let go of yourself, because this music has so much. Mm-hmm. And only by being brave enough to let it go. Mm-hmm. And I think it's one of the greatest lesson from performing music I ever experienced. And I learned something at the early age, that yes, we need to do our job, of course, mm-hmm. 100 and 200%. Yeah. But there's a point when we have to let something go. When we practice, not then we perform. It's our creative path. We need to, while we practice, the moment we know the notes, and the more experience you have, the sooner you get it. Sometimes even from the first try, you try to, your subconscious mind go to the music. So music will suggest something before you think, no. Here needs to be this way. I'm going to put this way. The phrase goes this way, that way.
You analyze it pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, we need to analyze this, of course, but mm-hmm. Great music suggests the greatest thing. We would never think about this because those are the genius. Mm-hmm. We cannot explain how they composed that piece. No one can explain the piece of real art. Mm-hmm. We can only benefit from learning and from trying to play. So what I'm trying to say, this music really gives us incredible opportunity to discover things. Mm-hmm. Any music, but I think especially music of Bach, because there's no crescendo, no accents. In Beethoven, he's very precise, and sometimes you feel rigid because you are feeling that you have to do this sforzando, diminuendo, subito piano. Mm-hmm. I felt that way when I was learning some of the Beethoven sonatas. Of course, it's a different freedom within, but in Bach, you just have to try things. You have to open up your inner reception somewhere there, and then only then the real work starts, because you cannot rely on this time. One day you will hear some of this, and then you think, yes, I like this. So it's a collective mind. You from one day you'll see, so this actually, I should hold on to this. I should try this. Mm-hmm. And next day maybe something else will come. So gradually, but with the boings, what I learned from this piece, so I didn't finish the sentence. So from the early age, I was postponing. I was a little bit overwhelmed with this piece because so many people are playing this differently and beautifully. And I didn't feel that I have anything I can even try to discover in this piece, because everyone already said something. Mm-hmm. And then 2 years ago, I had some period of my life when I decided I'm going to do it now or never, because this piece I dreamt when I was a child that I'm going to play. And only about 2 years ago, I think this time of the year, in this particular room, I spent hours and hours and hours trying to get through this Chaconne, and for me it was a revelation, because I could not even imagine. Then if you get yourself in the right for yourself, there's no right or wrong for everyone. It's an inner sense of what is right, in the right path of trying to go along with this music. You feel that it will bring you to a different place. So I realized that every time I played, and I started recording myself, just sometimes even to hear what was different. Yeah. And especially with this middle section, I practically haven't played twice with the same bowings. Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't feel right to repeat just because certain things, yes, you repeat because this is good. I will stick to this. But the rest, there's so much freedom in this piece to discover in terms of the bowings. I read something about Chaconne recently. I think Arnold Stendhart was something in his book, and he's mentioning that there was I think he played. Is it possible that he could play? Yes, he played for Tosha Zaidel, who is amazing violinist, not well known, but for me, his some of his recording of Brahms sonatas and Grieg sonata and some of the smaller, shorter pieces are just revelation for me. Some of his interpretation of Brahms is something I always ideally want to hear and play myself. So for me, he's a undiscovered jewel of Leopold Auer school. I think he was concertmaster in Hollywood for many years. Incredible violinist. So he said to somebody who played beautifully Chaconne, at the end he listened, he said, and now play with your heart. And it can be just a couple of words. Some people say sometimes, and I also hate when somebody say, play with your soul. What does it mean? But here perhaps, when somebody plays it so well, and you play this so well, so we need to relate to this music. It has to make you smile, cry, dance, reminiscence, do something. And the moment, and only, I think, indication that you would feel that perhaps you're in the right path, that you are not consciously analyzing the variations at the moment when you play, and it really takes you somewhere. And at the end of the one variation, you go to another one, and you realize, I haven't been yet here.